Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining another Release Automation Community Webcast. Today's topic is going to handle the integration between Release Automation and Team Foundation Server. Presenting today, we have Manjunath Narayan. He's the Engineering Services Architect on the SWOT Advocate team for Release Automation. If you have any questions as we're going through today's session, please feel free to enter them into the Q&A box in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. If you have a question you'd like to ask over the phone, we'll also open up phone lines at the end of the session. So if you have anything you'd like to ask over the phone, you can just hold them until the end of today's presentation. I'm now going to turn the call over to Manju. Take it away, Manju.
Thanks, Melanie. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, you sound good.
Great. Just let me know if you can see my screen.
Yep, I can see it.
Thank you, Melanie. Hi, good morning, all. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Manjunath Narayan. I'm from SWOT Advocate team. A few months back, I worked on a document how to integrate release automation with TFS for RA plugin version 1.0.1 and 1.1. So I thought I can share my experience with you all in this webinar so that when you are doing, it will be easy for you. I faced a couple of errors. The procedure is straightforward. I have posted those documents in the community site. You just go through and it's step-by-step procedure is described there. But I faced, when I worked on 1.0.1, I faced a couple of issues, so that is why I put the error screenshots and what was the solution also. So in this webinar, first I will go through TFS features, then TFS types of offerings, pros and cons, and then we will see RA 6.3 features. I'll be using RA Release Automation 6.3, and I will show you sample DevOps model and why we should do this. And then we can pitch into RA integration with TFS, how to do that. And at the end, there'll be a small demo to showcase the build in TFS and how to deploy using release automation. Fine. Scope of this demo is to show how to achieve the integration with TFS and how we can do the build from TFS and automatically run the deployment through RA. I will not cover how to set up TFS or RA server or even creating the build definition or deployment plans, but definitely I will show to modify the build definition and how you can add the release automation step. Okay. So now TFS Team Foundation features. This is like 2015 Team Foundation server. Though I've used VSTS 2017 for my demo, which I set up the demo environment yesterday. I've not got the chance to dive in completely, but the features what I'm telling about TFS is like 2015. TFS comes in two offerings. One is standalone or on-premises, and the second one is Visual Studio Team Services. Yeah, Team Foundation Service, I think I missed one slide. Let me walk you through this one, the main features of Team Foundation Server. Team Foundation Server is used as application. First one is Application Lifecycle Management, ALM, which is similar to Jira or Rally, okay? And ALM is used for collaborative software development. You can integrate with IDE, work item management, and Kanban. It gives you the Kanban, Scrum board, and Agile dashboard. And also I saw like there was a chat room features where you can chat with the team. You don't have to use a IM. So all these chats, or you don't have to send an email also. You can, all these chats are recorded for the future reference. So it's very similar to Rally and Jira for work item management. work item management includes user stories, features, issues, or bugs. And you can do the team management, and you can assign the roles as well. And the second feature is version control. It's a source code management tool to maintain the changes made by the developer. Example would be like TFS is one example. Other examples would be Git or Subversion. You can store and collaborate on code with unlimited private repositories. You have the flexibility. In fact, Microsoft gives you the flexibility to use Git for distributed version control or TFS for centralized version control. So, in fact, I was seeing the Google trend. What is the trend for version control? And we see like Subversion was leading before, maybe 3 years back. Subversion was leading, and now the Git has increased to 80%, and Subversion is coming down. So that is why I think Microsoft has given the opportunity for flexibility for you to use Git for the distributed version control. And you can do access control, branching and merging, and also you can do this. You can define your best practices for software development configuration management system. And next, third feature of TFS is continuous integration, which is a focus for today. TFS helps you to perform build, package, and test. You can integrate with IDE like Visual Studio, Eclipse, or any IDEs of your choice. And you can define your build, and you can integrate code quality tools and testing tools, and you can integrate with deployment tools like release automation. And the last one is last feature of TFS is, I wouldn't say last feature, the main feature would be data collection and reporting. So as I told you earlier, TFS comes in two offerings. One is the standalone, and the second one is the VSTS, Visual Studio Team Services. Some of the pros of VSTS are VSTS is up to date. You will always be using the latest feature, and second one is high uptime. Microsoft promises 99% uptime, and maintenance of TFS related IT infrastructure is no more required. Some time back, we used to see a lot of downtime for migration or upgrade when we are using TFS on-prem version. So now, which is not required, Microsoft does all the maintenance work for you, and you can use the latest feature all the time. Next one is online TFS is accessible from anywhere. Wherever you have internet facility, you can access TFS. Cost is very less. VSTS, I think it's free for 5 users. Some of the disadvantages of VSTS are ability to customize the process template. You will have to go with the standard flow which is available with VSTS. So if you have a work item called defect, it is called bug in TFS, and you should go with that. You will not be able to change that, or you cannot change the flow. You cannot add a duplicate stage or something like that. So you will have to use the standard template what you have. So this is in TFS 2015. Microsoft says that they are working on it and it should be available soon. But yesterday when I was configuring the trial version of VSTS 2017 for the demo, I didn't have the chance to explore it. And also, I think VSTS 2017 is in the beta stage. So I'm not sure about that, whether that has been provided now. And the next one is no SharePoint integration and data warehouse capability, reporting capability, which is available only in standalone TFS. Okay. So let us jump into Release Automation 6.3 features, which is the latest version of Release Automation. We have express mode for beginners, so you don't have to set up action flows or process. It comes with a set of a process which you can, using that, you can do the simple deployments for your POCs or demos. And it provides integration with ALM tools like Agile Central, Jira, also like with the continuous integration tools like Jenkins, TFS, TeamCity, etc. And you have the integration with a ticketing system like ServiceNow. Also, a lot of integration tools like testing tools like DevTest, HPALM. And the main important thing from RA perspective is manifest-driven deployment. It simplifies the design implementation. It improves the quality and the streamline release process by enabling you to design once and you can deploy many times. So by this way, you can streamline the release process. And the next beautiful feature is shared component. Shared component, it enables you to create the deployment logic once, and you can share it with multiple applications. So again, you don't, whatever actions, flows, and processes which are available in that component which you have shared, it is available for all the other applications, so you don't have to redo all the things. So by this way, it enables you to enforce the best practices. And also it accelerates the design process. And the next one is tokens. Tokens are parameters that differs between the environment. For example, you will have different users and different servers for dev environment or QA or prod environment. So you can define them as tokens. And you also have approval gates and rollback of applications. So suppose when you're deploying from pre-prod to prod, something goes wrong and deployment doesn't get through, you can roll back to the previous version, a version which is available. Yeah. Dashboard, it has a beautiful dashboard. It's one-stop shop for all the information. And it provides you pre-created reports and widgets. Yeah. Next one is deployment plan enhancements. You can create a deployment plan without having deployment template created first. So during the plan creation itself, you can add the release manifest and artifact package. And LDAP authentication is there, so you can export all the users. So as part of the DevOps ecosystem, to achieve a zero-touch deployment, release automation gives you release automation and CDE, Continuous Delivery Edition, provides you integration with most of the tools in the industry. RACDE, which was released with 6.0 version, it's a release automation tool which provides you the dashboard, and RA would be the orchestration tool. With integration with RA, you can you can see the pipeline view, and you can describe your phases and even the task what you want to achieve in the release management. So it helps you, it gives you a clear picture of what is getting released and what you are deploying. So these are the subset of the tools what we can integrate. So it's like a huge list, but this would be the subset of that. Going to the next one, in a DevOps model, to achieve zero-touch deployment, we need continuous deployment, continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous deployment, delivery, and monitoring. So in continuous development, which we use a centralized version control server, which stores all the project artifact trees and source control. Say, for example, if you have a test server, which would store all the project artifacts and the source code, and it manages the change. So continuous integration, whenever the developer checks in the code, it kicks the build process, and you can define what are the, say, for example, unit testing should be run, and it captures the unit testing results and even the code quality metrics. So the best practices would be here is like the build should be like as short as possible, and I've seen some organization using like 100% unit testing results should be there, and even like code quality like static code analysis like for example PMD or check style, and you don't allow that build to go further if it is less than, if there is any high severity issues, or even if you set up a threshold, if it is more than that, you don't allow that build to go to the next stage. And the result of the build, which would be binaries stored in the repository server, for example, it can be Archiva or Artifactory or JFrog Nexus, something like that. And once your build passes with the quality, and if the quality is met, it goes to the next stage. And it's kind of stage gate, you know, like where you can manage. So you're confident of the quality, and say like 100% test coverage is there, unit test coverage is there. So you're confident on the quality of the binaries what you are deploying to the next stage. In the continuous deployment, binaries are copied from the repository, say Nexus or Artifactory, and it goes to the staging server. When the binary is deployed to the staging server, continuous testing is done. So you can have different stages in testing where system integration testing or acceptance testing, or maybe like functional or performance testing could be done. So the best practice would be like if you have automated all these phases, you can go to the continuous delivery, which enables you to automatically build, test, and deploy the various to the various states. So so the feature what you're building is always ready to go on the production stage. And continuous monitoring enables you to monitor the environment and the servers, and you can take the precaution measures. If suppose some servers is not there, you have the tools where you get the email saying that this server is not available, and if some services are not there, it can create the ticket, or so some of the tools can actually automatically start the services or the servers as well. So it's kind of I mean it's a sample DevOps model. DevOps is not a testing process or with the tools. It's a way of working where you can implement the process using the tools. So it's just a sample. Maybe it might be different from in your organization. So by doing this RA and TFS integration, you can achieve continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous delivery. If even the testing phases is also automated, so you can do a zero-touch deployment. So now, how do we do this integration, RA integration with TFS? It's very simple. It just has 5 steps. You just download the plugin from the marketplace, and you install the plugin, and then add the endpoint service, and then just give the release automation server configuration where you feed in the release automation server details, and then you add the RA deployment step in the build definition. So this is where you go to the marketplace. Excuse me. I've put the marketplace link in the document, so you can just go to, or even I will show you in VSTS how you can go to the marketplace and download the release automation. So you just go and download this one, and then you have to do the installation. Here, actually, this is the screenshot of the TFS, my local TFS server, where you could do update, and you had the option to upgrade, or a lot of options you had to manage that. But in VSTS, I didn't find the option to upgrade or manage that. But I will show you, but I'm not sure like whether it is there or it is not there, but I didn't find that option. And this is where you go to the services, you add the release automation endpoint, and you give the details as in the next screen. The connection name, release RA server details, and the admin username and the password. And then you can add the, this is the build definition, and you can just add the build step to do the deployment, which would be available in the deploy. And once you do the endpoint connection, you get this service CARA plugin, and you just add it so it comes here. And then I will show you in the tool how you add the. So this is VSTS. You can go to marketplace from here, and you can. So you can just go inside this, and you can install or you can download. You have the procedure here also, so how you can do all the steps. So. And also you can go to the manage extension. Yeah. So you just have uninstall and disable. Actually, when I was working on the upgrade from 1.0 to 1.1, I had an option to upgrade here. So I don't find that upgrade option here. So this is where you, it's already installed. Otherwise, once you install from there, it should appear here. And then you go to the services here. And I have added the endpoint service here. So let me show you this. You can update the server details here, and you can give the password. Or you can go and you have the option here to see a release automation server. You get the same screen. You can add a new connection, new service endpoint, and give the server details. These are the options for VSTS, and if I go to build and release, sorry, we'll have go to the build and release here. So you have all the build definitions here. So I go here. I have edit option here. The look and feel has changed a little bit in 2017. You can edit here. and you add a build step. You go to deploy. You can add the CSS automation and close this. So you've given the details for your build or RA server details. You can choose the endpoint from here, and you have two options here. You have run the existing deployment plan, or you can create a new deployment plan during the build itself. So let me go to the one which I have configured. So it's a new one. In fact, it shows me number of build, and I'm not sure whether I've not seen this in VSTS 2015. So it gives me the success rate and all the details. So I can I'll just show you the project. I am using Visual Studio as the IDE. It's a simple calculator application, and I have connected to the VSTS here, and this is the project. And what it does is I'll just change the name of the simple calc new, and once I do the build, and now it is integrated with release automation. So this is my release automation server. This is the dashboard, and I have only one agent online. It would deploy that simple application to the server. I have given the deployment logic inside, so that once it goes through all these build steps, let me go to that. So once it goes to all that steps, this is my agent machine, and I should be having my calculator app here. So it's a simple application. And say, let me edit this simple application. So let us name it as demo. Yeah. Let me check in that. I have not configured the continuous integration process. Otherwise, what would have happened is if I set up, once I check in, the build would have triggered immediately, but I've not done that option. So I will have to manually trigger that build. So let me queue that build. And I'm using VSTS pool. I have some agents. VSTS, I have 2 agents online. So I've started my build. So it will have 4 steps. So it is building, and then it will copy the file to a target location, and then it will run the deployment where it will copy that exe application and paste it to the target location. So once it comes here, it should kick off my release automation deployment. Yeah, it has started. So I should have the deployment here. I think it was very fast. Let me see if it has done. Yeah, so it has done that. So this is the application which has been deployed. And if I go here, let's see. This was the deployment which was done. And you can see the summary where it has been applied, and it has all the features. Similarly, you have one more. As defined with the new template, it will create a new template. I've used the new template, and it's the same one. In fact, when you deploy, it's the same process happens, and it will deploy in the same agent. And this is the dashboard for CA release automation, and this is the express mode. You can go to the express mode here, where you have a sample deployment. You can deploy it here, and you can define it's just like 6 steps, and you can deploy an application easily. And you can go to the advanced mode, which I used it now. So this is what I wanted to show you today, and maybe we can open for the questions. Yeah, I don't see any chat questions on the chat. Melanie?
Everyone, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the Q&A box in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We do have one question in from Wade in the Q&A box. He asks, can we call this from an XAML build? Basically, we have a chained build in the XAML, and the last stage, once packaged, will then call to deploy.
Yeah, I have that option. I didn't show you that. In fact, you have. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. You have the option. You can give the package name, or you can feed the XML from here and details of this one.
Any other questions? Once again, you can ask in the Q&A box, or if you'd like to ask a verbal question at this point, you can click #6 on your telephone keypad to unmute yourself. And Wade has a clarification. He said he's talking about a XAML build, not a vNext build.
XAML, I'm not sure about that, Wade. I've not worked on that. Maybe I can check that and I can get back to you. Maybe if you can drop me an email, I can check that and I can get back to you. This is my email address. And you have the reference here in the documents. It gives you the a link to the documents where they have described the procedure, and this is the documents what I was speaking about. So once you get this presentation, you can go there and you can check the document. Yeah, any other questions?
We'll post these slides as well as those links to the webcast recap on the community later today. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions today. If you have any questions that you think of later, you can feel free to post those in the communities. We're constantly monitoring the site to answer any of your questions, so feel free to post there, or you can always reach out to myself or Manju, and we'll help to answer your questions. Okay, I'm now putting out a poll. If you guys could please take a minute and give your response. We just want to know how you guys feel about the quality of today's webcast topic. We're always taking your feedback and using those to plan out future webcasts. We also have a few upcoming webcasts in the release automation space. On March 8th, we have a webcast on configuring SSL for release automation, and March 22nd, we are discussing the integration between release automation and dev test. So if you're interested in either of those sessions, you can head to the community and just RSVP there. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Manju, for the presentation today, and we hope to see you out on the communities. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.